Mon Dieu, Yeah. Yeah. So we'll maintain this side.
This one is
Hello. Hello. Okay. Hello. Good morning, fellow mourners. We are about to begin the send-off of Dominic Mwimba. Last evening we had vigil mass, and we are continuing with vigil mass. When we broke off, we are about to listen to the life history of Mr. Mwimba. So today we are going to begin with the life history of Mr. Mwimba. So I call upon Mr. Eric Mulenga to come and give us the life history of Mr. Mwimba.
Mwaloshen mkwa ibonze. Ina mkwa iniwa imina pano. The person that we are burying today is my elder brother. He was born Dominic Chibowo Mwimba. He was born on 26th April 1942. He died on 30th June 2021, after being hospitalized only for a week. His early education was in Chinsali primary schools. Then he went on to secondary school at Mungwi Secondary School in Kasana. He trained as a teacher here at the Mufrira Teachers Training College, and he was one of the pioneers of that institution. Now, after his training, he was the best upper primary school teacher. And therefore, the college could not let him go. They retained him to be a lecturer at Mufrira Teachers Training College. Then he went on to work around. He worked in the Ministry of Education until he decided to leave and joined the mines. He joined the mines. He was a training officer at the mines. You know, the mines those days had elaborate, very good developmental, programs. So in the process to develop him, he was sent to Manchester University. He went on to Ibadan University in Nigeria, and later he went on to Swaziland. Now it is Eswatini, southern of Africa. His specialism was in the human resource development and training. And so he carved himself a very illustrious career on the mines. He worked himself up until he culminated. He ended up as Director of Human Resources in the ZCCM. And when ZCCM broke up, when it was sort of, they put it in small entities. We had Mopani, we had in Changa, KCM. He was invited to become the vice president in Nchanga, vice president human resources. But I think his love for Mufulira betrayed him. He refused that position. And he came up here, still at Mopani. He worked for a stint, for a short time. He worked as the vice president, human resources. I think he had very good love for this town. He wanted to retire here and perhaps be buried here, because it has been exemplified that at one time he had a very big farm in Luansha, but decided to sell it and buy one here within Mufulira. I think his love for Mufulira goes without saying. After his retirement, he was invited by the Ndola Diocese. I think the bishop then wanted someone to program him, to give him a developmental program for the HR function, the human resources function. And he got Mr. Mwimba to go to Ndola and do that job, which he did very, very well. And I know myself, being a Catholic, that this time we have very nice structures in the Catholic Diocese of Ndola with regards to human resources development and other functions. And that was because of him. Now, Dominic was a family man, and he loved his family. Not only his family, he also loved the extended family. This is the man where all of us, you had a problem, you ran to. He was not only an arbitrator, he was not only bringing us together, he was not only a unifying factor, but it was more to the family. He looked upon all of us equally, and some of the things we have, some of the jobs that we have done were because of him. And we mourn him so dearly because there will be no other Dominic. May his soul rest in peace.
May I now call upon Mrs. Kaning to give the church life history for Dominic.
Good morning, fellow mourners. It's not easy to give the church and Chitente history of such a great man like Mr. Dominic Mwimba. Mr. Mwimba was a staunch member of the Catholic Church and very instrumental in the uplifting of St. Patrick's Church. He was one of the founding members of Small Christian Community Number 1, St. Charles Lwanga in 1985. And he held very important role of advising Chitente leadership on various issues pertaining to Chitente duties. He was very committed to the uplifting of our Tente by being faithful in all the financial obligations together with his wife. In the early 20s, he served as vice parish chairperson at St. Patrick's Parish Church. He was also one of the founding members of Secular Franciscan Order, SFO, as well as CMO, Catholic Men's Organization. And he was a member of the Marriage Encounter. St. Charles Ranga will surely, together with St. Patrick's, miss his jokes during meetings and also his humility. Go well, Bashukuru K. We shall surely miss you, but we'll be together in the spirit. May his soul rest in eternal peace. Amen.
We now move on to the next segment, which are tributes. And the first person to give the tribute is Mrs. Mary Mwimba, through a representative.
Good morning to you all. I love singing. And my brother-in-law loved singing. There is a song which he asked me to sing when what has happened today has happened. And the song, I think it's well known to everybody. And it goes like this. When peace like a river attendeth my way, when sorrows like sea billows roar, whatever my Lord, thou hast taught me to say, it is well, it is well with my soul. It is well, it is well with my soul, with my soul. It is well, it is well with my soul. Mutende, mutende, muline, muline, mutende, mutende, muline. Thank you so much. A tribute to my husband, Dominic Chibowo Mwimba. My dear husband, Vashikulu K, it has been 54 years of marriage, and since then, you have always been my pillar of strength. How will I mourn you, Vashikulu K? It's like the whole world has fallen on me. In our marriage, your efforts and hard work have always paid dividends. It's like what you touched always turned into gold. This made you excel in your working situation. By doing so, you gave us a better life. God gave us children to whom you were the best father, who provided for all their needs. For this, I'll always be thankful to you, my love. Your Christian life was exemplary, and you made sure that the whole family kept their faith in God through you. To the extended family, you have always been a unifying factor in many ways than one, Malume Bandi. Your attributes are too numerous to mention. You have really run your race and kept your faith. Now what awaits you is the crown of glory. Go well, my dear husband, till we meet again. May your soul rest in eternal peace.
That was a tribute from Mrs. Mwimba, and now I would like to call upon the children, or the representative of the children, to come and give a tribute.
Good morning, fellow mourners. Newa imina panom kwai, ni nevo shkauma mtati, and reading a tribute on behalf of all of Vatata's children, Vashnaku Silungwe, Vashke Thomas Mwimba, Vashchono na wanachono Timothy Mwimba, Wanakaoma Mtati, and all the children of Vatatawa DCM, too numerous to mention. Our dearest Dad, to us the children, you are a pillar of strength and a source of inspiration. We thank God for your life and the time we spent with you here on earth. You played a major role in developing our perspective. We discussed literally everything with you, from education, professional, and religious issues. You were a great confidant to us. Your counsel in all these issues were always very useful and made us what we are today, and we thank God for that. Daddy dearest, Vashkuluke, your desire for us to know God has taught us the fear and love of God and enabled us to grow spiritually and pass on these traits to your grandchildren. You always took special interest in our education and professional careers, and you always took pride in all our successes. You have been an inspiration indeed, our mentor, DC Mwimba. You will always be remembered as a loving and affectionate father, and beyond that, you were our best friend. A protective one too, always protecting us and ensuring that we remained safe. We always remember that special smile of yours, Dad, that caring heart, the warm embrace you always gave us. You are ever present to Mom, and through all the good and the bad times, you are always available, not only to this family, but to your wider family and friends. We will always remember you, Dad, because there will never be another to replace you in our hearts. We will greatly miss you. Love leaves a memory no one can steal. Love leaves a memory no one can steal. But death leaves a memory that no one can heal. Death leaves a memory that no one can heal. We are consoled by Psalm 34 verse 18. The Lord is close to the broken-hearted and saves those that are crushed in spirit. It is our prayer that on that beautiful day, that your beautiful soul rests in eternal peace till we meet again. Go well, Dad, and please lie still, be peaceful. Thank you.
A moving tribute from the children. And now I would like to call upon the grandchildren to come and give their tribute.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Dominic Mwimba, named after my grandfather, Dominic Chibowo Mwimba. I am son of Timothy Mwimba and Ngoza Chundu Mwimba. My grandfather knew his time was near, and so he used to say to me, Chono, wikatina. And so I stand here today in honor of that request, and be strong for you and my brothers and sisters. My school raised my brothers and sisters for most of our lives and taught us most of what we know today. Some of these teachings that we found a bit tedious at the time are now all that we long for. My grandfather was a caring man, a generous man, a prayerful man, and maybe not to all of you, but to us, a funny man. But with DCM, you didn't need a lifetime to know that. On behalf of Kampamba, Nakulola, Chundu, Sungwe, Kaoma, Chono, and Mukuka, and I, we would like you to know that we will always love you, and your teachings will not be in vain. As being DCA myself, I will gladly take the gun that you gave me as a baby. Nanguwa mama, walanda titaidira. You will surely be missed. Thank you.
Rotary Club of Mufurira, President, Rotary Club of Mufurira.
Good morning, Moners. It's very difficult, like other people have said, to stand in front of people to talk about this gallant man. PPDCM, as we refer to him, joined the Rotary sometime in 1973. He's been president a bit queer to 3 Rotary clubs. He was president of Rotary Club of Mufurira, president of Rotary Club of Kitwe, and he was president of Rotary Club of Wansha. No words will befit describing our gallant man, father, Rotarian. He's been instrumental in most of the things in organizing Rotary. Even the time that Rotary was going down, he played a big role in bringing it back. who really miss our dear Rotarian father, PP, DCM. Thank you very much.
Can I now call upon the club captain, Mufrira Golf Club, to say a few words. Well, if okay, we shall move on. We are now done from this end. And we shall be moving now to the barrier site, which is over that side. So the pallbearers will come here and pick the coffin, and we'll move on to the next, to the barrier site there. Let's all be orderly. There are chairs there, and we'll all sit comfortably well, so there is no need to rush. The pallbearers can come and we start moving on to the other barrier site.
You could kindly request for a few songs while we disconnect.
Yes, yes. The choir, please do some songs as we move to the other barrier site.